Hello, hello. I'm Kathie J. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this edition of the Kathie J Show, we are taking it right there to the Red Kettles. We are going to Major Kistan and the Salvation Army. The Red Kettle campaign, we got this hope served here. We're going to get into why it's important to help when you hear that little bell ringing. Thank you so much for being here today, Major.
Listen, Kathie, when they told me I get to catch up with you again,
I mean, it was
I
on.
was excited.
It was
I said,
on.
yes.
I did the same thing. I love talking to you. As soon as I saw the email come through, I was like, absolutely. Not only, I mean, you're enthusiastic, but I just love how you explain things.
Well, hopefully we'll do a good job, Kathie.
You're going to do fine. You're going to do fine. So I want to get into it. Let's start with the Salvation Army, how it was based, why you're a major. Let's talk about that whole home.
Oh, listen, that's a great question. Many people don't know that the Salvation Army began in 1865.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not that old, so don't worry.
Thank God.
But the Salvation Army started with a clear mission, which is to serve people that live on the margins of society. And so hence why I'm in a Salvation Army uniform. And on my uniform, Kathie, it has two S's.
Uh-huh.
And it says saved to serve.
Okay.
And within our ranks, we have lieutenants when you come out of training, and then you become a captain after 5 years of service. And then when you get a little bit older, they make you a major. And after 15 years of service. And really, we are a paramilitary organization because we like organization and we like order, but also so that we can mobilize, so that we can actually say to our people, we need you at a certain space at a certain time to fulfill a responsibility. And where there's a crisis or where there's suffering, where there's pain, the Salvation Army are mobilized to be the hands and feet of Jesus.
The Salvation Army is in every single zip code in the United States.
That's correct.
That is.
We're serving every single zip code right across the nation. In fact, we're broader than that. We're global.
You're global.
Yeah,
Of course you are.
We serve in 134 countries.
Are you in Australia?
Absolutely we are.
Are you in your homeland? That's okay. So was it started then by a soldier that for Jesus kind of thing? Is that?
Yeah. So it started with William and Catherine Booth.
Okay.
And William and Catherine Booth rebelled against the established church.
Okay.
And for the reasons of the following. They felt that the established church just talked about Christianity, about reading your Bible and about praying. And they said, how can you speak to someone about faith when they're hungry?
And not help them.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
And when they lack clothes.
Yes.
Or when they're suffering.
And they're right outside the church's doorstep.
Correct.
Right.
Meet human need first.
Yes.
And then share with them the hope of eternity.
That's right. That is right. So it's based off of the true foundation of faith the Bible, which is help your neighbor.
Help your neighbor.
Be
don't
loving.
Ignore your neighbor.
Don't just say, I'm a good Christian, and then walk right past somebody.
That's exactly true.
All right.
And that Samaritan story that you refer to is a powerful reminder, right? Don't ignore your neighbor in their struggles and their strife and their challenges. Go and be the hands and feet of Christ to them. They need your help. You know, we used to do that, right?
Yeah.
We used to give a cup of sugar to our neighbor
All the time.
or a pint of milk.
Yeah, right.
Now, why don't we do that anymore?
Or send someone over to help her take storm windows down, or
Correct.
move something, or
Absolutely.
neighbors definitely did that. But I do believe that social media and our phones and technology has allowed us to separate from each other faster. So then I don't have to care as much.
That's so true.
I don't have to see your suffering because I've shut my garage door and now I'm going in my house. Like there is such a disconnect that the Salvation Army and any charity is fighting right now.
Correct.
Connection.
And it breaks our heart to see the
I love
disconnection.
talking to you, by the way.
Do you really?
I love talking to you, by the way. I'm so happy. Happy holidays. I love talking to you.
I love chatting to you,
Okay, all right.
Kathie.
I'm sorry. Connection. Go ahead.
Well, I think the fact is people need to feel connected. They need to feel loved. They need to feel there's a place where they can belong. And I think the Salvation Army is perfectly positioned to do that in our society.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people. You know the number one disease killing our society?
What?
It's not
Cancer?
poverty. It's not cancer. It's loneliness.
What?
People feel alone. And you know what? You can be in a crowded room and still feel alone.
Yes. Just go to New York City.
Yeah.
You're in millions of people,
Millions of
and you
people.
can feel so alone.
Isolated.
It's such a crazy feeling. So I totally, yeah. So back to the fact that it's easier and easier for us to disconnect from each other and
Yes.
not want to help. Even though everybody wants that connection, it's easier to just turn a blind eye to some suffering.
I agree.
Let's talk about that.
And I think the suffering is because as a society, we become transactional.
Yes.
And, I'll give you such for this, I'll pay you for this service and so forth. We've forgotten the heart of transformation. And I think transformation means we want to see people truly become all that they can be.
Yep.
And that requires time,
Yep.
energy, effort. It requires me to actually have a conversation with you and not just go superficial, but go deep and go look into Kathie's eyes and say, Kathie, what's hurting you?
Right.
What's causing you to feel the way you are? What's causing you to respond the way you are? That takes intentionality.
Yeah. And that's the Salvation Army.
That is
Everything is with intention.
We have to do it with intention. We care about a person, not just how they look or what race they are or what religion they are or what side of the society's road they seem to be walking on. We care about people because they matter. Because every person is created in the image of God.
Mm-hmm.
And they matter. If they matter to God, of course, they should matter to you and I.
Yes, I agree. So what he's saying is God is watching you when you walk past the red kettle.
You know what? I love that.
He's trying to tell you God's watching when you walk past that red kettle. Let's talk about the red kettles.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're out in the store. They're out in front of the stores. And last year you had said some stuff. People get out of their cars. They hear that bell ringing, and some people roll their eyes.
Yes, they do.
Let's talk about that.
You know what? I know that sometimes those bells ringing for hours on end can be irritating.
Yes.
But those bells really are the sounds of hope. When people hear those bells ring, they need to hear it from a different lens or through a different lens. There is someone who needs hope desperately.
Mm-hmm.
And that bell and that dime, that dollar, that whatever amount you put into that kettle is really hope for someone that desperately needs it. And so when I hear the bells ring, that's the sound of hope. And I want your listeners, when they hear the bells ring, tell their children. You know what I love? Is when little kids put money in the kettles.
Yes, yes.
I love that.
Yes.
And I hear an older person saying, you know what? I was told to put money in the kettle. Because, throughout the generations, from World War I, World War II, wars all over our nation, the Salvation Army has always been on the front lines with our soldiers, our armed forces, providing them hope and comfort. So those money that were put in those kettles were hope for them back then. But they still hope for our neighbors today that are struggling. Let me tell you a story, Kathie.
Please do, Major Kistan.
So, just recently, I heard of a family that was stuck in their vehicle. Housing affordability is a massive issue for us as a society at the moment.
Yes.
Everything is going up.
Yes.
And this family came to one of our facilities and they said, listen, if you go to our shelter, our family shelter, maybe they can get you in. It was Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
This father,
Ooh.
mother, and 3 young girls
Oh, goodness.
drove, hoping to get there before the shelter intake coordinator left for the day.
Right.
They got there just in time, 5 minutes to spare. They walked in and said, listen, we have nowhere to go. The intake coordinator looked at her watch and she said, 5 minutes, the process takes at least 35 to 40 minutes. But she said, you know what? I'm going to help.
Yeah.
So she took this family in, went through the paperwork, got them established. Now, I hear 6 months later that this young girl, because the Salvation Army offered her family refuge, was able to enroll for college and get in and a placement in college. I want to tell you that generational poverty does not need to be people's story. If people are willing to become a partner with the Salvation Army and bring hope. This young 17-year-old girl now sees hope in her future, where before she just saw the challenges of living in a car. They'd been living in their car for 3 months.
Wow.
Now, the weather's getting cool out there.
Oh, yeah. It gets real cold. You can't
Yeah.
have the car running all night.
No, you cannot.
No.
And I tell you what, we need to be standing in the gap for families like that.
We're speaking today with Major Kistan. He is from the Salvation Army, making me cry. Here we go. You know what? You should have. You would have given Oprah a run for her money. All right, so let's talk about where that money goes. So I'm walking in. I'm going to remember what Major said. Yes, fine. I'm throwing in whatever change I have into this kettle, and I'm going into Walmart. Tell me what's going on with that money in the kettle. Where does that go now?
That money goes into that zip code to serve your friends, your neighbors.
It goes in the zip code.
Exactly.
In the zip code
it
where
doesn't
you
go
drop
out of
the
that
money.
zip code.
That's exciting.
And you know what?
What?
Many people don't realize they may have a work colleague that's going through a tough time, but too embarrassed to tell anyone at work.
Absolutely. Pride is a huge
Pride
thing.
is a
Yes,
huge thing.
absolutely.
I can't tell you how I'm feeling. They could have a colleague, and I heard it recently, a colleague that said, you know what, I didn't realize my workmate was struggling through addiction. They were a working addict,
Wow, yeah.
functioning,
That's all around.
but in despair.
Yes, yes.
And you know what? That money goes to help them find hope. That money goes to help a child who's struggling with food insecurity. Can't even tell you how many children go to school hungry.
Ah.
And I'm telling you, we have an opportunity. So when you put money in those kettles, you're making a lasting impact in your community.
Yes, you are. So it's going to food for someone in your community. It's going to shelter for someone in your community. It's going for
Addiction
treatments, other services like that, holiday assistance you need right now.
It's going to put a Christmas gift in a child's hand this Christmas. No child in America should wake up Christmas morning without having just the joy and delight of unwrapping a gift and saying, you know what? Someone cares about me. I just recently heard the story of someone from Walmart, a manager from Walmart, tell me the story, and it shook me to the very core of my being. She said, you know the reason why Walmart wants to help the Salvation Army with its angel tree? And that's the reason we have the boxes of toys? Because I remember the day I didn't have a present, but the Salvation Army man came over to my house and gave my mom and dad toys wrapped up.
Real toys.
Real toys.
Right. Wrapped, right.
Yeah, so that I can unopen them and have the pleasure of feeling loved and cared for. That has made a difference in my life.
It's huge. I feel like the Salvation Army, there's something that puts you apart from other places that also do food and shelter and such things, is the fact that, like you said, you've been doing it
160
mostly the longest,
years.
like, you know, but you speak in a strong way about generational addiction, cutting out, generational wealth. Like you are, like limited beliefs. You really understand. We were here for World War I, and we're trying to help, like the generations of these generations. Like I feel like you, when it comes to Christmas time, you're like nostalgic, like the Christmas Story movie. Do you feel that?
Well,
how you are so entwined in lives of our generations?
Well, I think the Salvation Army has existed because there's always been need.
Yeah. And I hate to say that.
And we are entrenched into the very fabric of American society.
Yes.
Americans know when there's a crisis. They know who they can trust. They know that when there's challenges, they know who will stand with them. Mm-hmm. And we'll be there at the beginning of a crisis, and we'll be with them right till the very end. Because we don't walk away from our neighbors in need. And that's why I love, and I think most Americans, and many of your viewers watching and listening to this podcast, I think I love Americans because they are such generous people. When they see genuine need, they're the first to stand up and say, we'll be counted, we'll help.
For sure.
Because we are a nation of action.
For sure.
And that's why the Salvation Army and the United States and all who make up this beautiful country are really a lasting partnership.
That's a great way. It's a lasting partnership. Stand up. That's exactly what I'm saying, Major. Okay. All right. So we have the red kettles. We have the amazing programs where our money goes when we put it in the red kettles, into those zip codes. Now, there is another opportunity for people, and we need a lot of volunteers.
We do.
Okay, so there's an event happening, and in the past, TSA has hosted this, but now you guys are taking this on.
Well, TSA was the Salvation Army. We abbreviate everything.
Oh,
so
okay, then
TSA
explain
is
that.
the Salvation Army,
on.
right? So, before you saw security at the airport, you saw the Salvation Army. Kathie, I love the party show, eh?
Oh my God, Kistan. I was like, I don't get this, but we're rolling with it. Tell me about this event. Okay, all right. So
listen, this is a complete
thank you.
show right
Okay.
here with you, Kathie. I'm going to make you laugh. I'm going to make you cry.
I know, you sure
and I'm
do.
going to make you feel elated.
That's why I'm telling you, you would have given Oprah a run for her money, man. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, Hope served here.
You know what? Listen, we all know, right? We're not the TSA. We are the Salvation
Oh my
Army.
gosh, I'm never going to live this down.
You're never going to live this down. Hope Serve Here is really us saying to our community, literally thousands of people this Christmas, December 21st, at the Colorado Convention Center. We're
Yeah.
asking people to come between 4 to 6 p.m. Whatever you need in terms of finding fellowship, finding community, finding people with a warm embrace and a beautiful smile to greet you and say, come and sit down. Let's have a chat. Let's have a conversation. Let's enjoy a meal together. If you're lonely this Christmas and you need a place to go, the Salvation Army has a place, a home for you to gather with us. Our home, we're opening up the doors of the Colorado Convention Center.
This is awesome.
It's going to be a transformed place. It's going to be our home. The major dining room table, probably seat more than 1,000 people at
Right,
one
it's going to be
sitting.
like Harry Potter size. Yes.
And I'm saying to my friends at the Salvation Army, I know it's a logistic nightmare. And the guys are saying, how are we going to get it done? I said, we're going to get it done. We're going to let every single person that needs a seat at our banquet table to come to the King's banquet table and enjoy a feast with all the trimmings, with everything. There's even going to be gifts for children. Nothing is going to be spared because I want to see people have hope, have joy, and celebrate the reason for the season. And we are looking for volunteers.
Yes.
We're looking for corporate sponsorship.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not
Yes.
even worried about the money. I really am not worried about the money. What I'm not even worried, what I'm focused on is bringing hope served here for every single person in the Denver metro area. And a good way to get this information is on our website. So if you just put Salvation Army Denver Metro or Denver Metro Salvation Army, it'll lead you to our website. All the information, how to volunteer, how to get involved,
Yeah.
all the critical logistical information is there. Kathie, we want to see people in Denver smile.
Okay, I love this. Hope served here. I love this. But Major, so you're saying in order to feed thousands of people,
Yes.
and not some people won't be coming for the meal. They're going to be coming to talk to somebody, like
Yes.
you said, the loneliness. They want to connect.
Yeah.
You're going to need hundreds of volunteers.
Oh, we're going to lead hundreds of volunteers.
Okay, so there's sign-up sheets and all of that online.
Jump on that website.
Okay.
Uh,
Hundreds of volunteers.
Hundreds of volunteers. We
Hundreds
need
of volunteers.
you. Sign up today.
Hundreds of volunteers.
You know what? I just know people are going to turn up.
I agree.
And I'm saying to families, if you want to teach your children a different way to live and not be just entitled and privileged and just receive, but learn the spirit of giving,
Yep.
then sign up.
Sign up. and
Bring
be
your
volunteer.
family.
How young can a volunteer be?
It doesn't matter. If they're supervised by
Go
an
with
adult,
their parents. Okay.
it doesn't matter.
Because
so come with your mom and dad.
it's going to be fun even for the volunteer families because Santa's going to be there.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you're going to have a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You got right. You have activities for the kids.
There's going to be face painting.
Yes.
There's going to be balloon sculptures. You know what? It's going to be a party atmosphere. You better be there with those shoes on. That's all I got to say. Those shoes are made for dancing.
They are. Those are satin laces. I don't know if you realize
I
that.
noticed. They do sparkle.
I mean, yeah, I kept the
Satin
tag on that one,
laces.
just because.
Oh, my goodness.
But thanks for noticing, Major. All right, but the season is
Maybe
about.
I need to get some satin laces on my black shoes. I reckon they look pretty cool.
Now I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Okay.
But it is the 21st at the Colorado Convention Center.
Yes.
And the time is from 4 to 6.
Yes.
Okay, so that's Sunday, the Sunday before Christmas.
It is.
And you're not throwing it out there for people that are homeless per se. You're saying anyone that feels you need to come.
You know what?
You're going to be here. I just want to throw that
I
out one more
agree.
time because
I think we need to
do you need a
emphasize.
sign-up list? Do you need? Tell me what you need.
Listen, you know what? If you come,
Your people behind you are
I
like,
know, but that's their issue.
He goes, I know. Good luck to Jennifer.
It's like what happens in my home, right? This Thanksgiving, I say to someone, "Hey, you got anywhere for Thanksgiving?" They go, "No." I said, "Great,
Come on over. It's my wife's
you know
problem.
What? There's always enough room in the inn. My wife's the problem. Listen, this is getting broadcast. You can't say those things. You get me in trouble.
I won't. I would never want to. All right, so I think this is amazing. So, Salvation Army, go sign up, please. Salvation Army, Denver Metro. .org or just type it in, it'll
Just
come up.
type it in and it'll lead you to the website.
But we got to get the Christmas spirit going. What better way to do it than the Sunday before then? And 2 hours, it's going to be amazing. But in the meantime, those red kettles are the way to go.
They are. We really need people to do two things. One is, you know what? You and your family can come out and say, we want to ring the red kettle in our local neighborhood.
Really?
And you can go to registertoring.com and you can be a kettle ringer. So you can do that. And what a great way to spend Christmas.
Can I sing a little song while I'm out there?
You can sing, you can tap dance.
The bells are ringing.
Oh.
You should be jingling. Put it in the bucket.
There you go. Listen,
I don't know. I mean,
if you,
I have the dome. I can think about it
Kathie,
longer.
I reckon you should ring this year. And if you do, I'll ring with you.
That would be so much fun. I would just laugh the whole time with you.
We'll have fun.
We
and
would have a lot of fun.
The second thing I want our listeners to hear, Kathie, is, you know, I said it last time when we were here together. There's 360 million people that live in the United States. If every single individual could put $1 in the kettle, we would change homelessness. We would change addiction challenges. We would change the social ills of our society in such a transformational manner. I think the impact is yet to be seen. And so that's why I'm applauding, I'm urging, I'm encouraging all of my friends listening to this amazing show to join us and be a part of our Red Kettle program.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ding, 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 ding.
Come on.
Thank you so much, Major Kistan. Thank you so much to everyone at the Salvation Army for everything you do year round, the programs, the people you're helping, but the basis of just reminding people there's hope.
Well, Kathie, to you, your family, your friends, your colleagues here, on behalf of the Salvation Army, we're wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And may the hope of the season, be felt and experienced in your homes.
Oh, that's lovely. May the hope of the season be experienced in your homes. This guy, you're a Hallmark card, I tell you. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you.
Bless you too, Kathie.